Hello, thank you for tuning in to this section of weekly reads. I'm also doing in-person reads in Herkimer, New York. The information should be below. If not, email me and I'll give you the details if you're near Herkimer, New York. This should be on the YouTube channel, James13 Wicca. Every now and then we get some weird people pulling funny little stunts, so I'm going to make sure that that's there. I'm going to put the decks below, and beyond that, let's go ahead and get into your read. If you want a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks again, and again, like I said, on to your reading. Hello, Cancer. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Cancer? There's some fun energy coming in. That's interesting. Trying to lift the energy. Really. I don't know if anything is bad or as much as just things have changed. Things have changed. And I'm getting like a success energy around you. Something's going to be very slow, though. And a little bit random. Oh, the devil. The devil's not going to give you a problem, though. It's here. It's around the side of it. It's over here. But it's like, it's around the situation. I don't think it's going to give you a problem. It's better to be aware of it, for sure. But I don't think it's going to get in your way. I think you're going to keep an eye on it, is what it's going to go on. And it's just kind of like, I'm going to stay away from it for as long as I can. And I don't think you're going to have to deal with it. So, there seems to be a successful energy here. Judgment in your favor. Energy has passed that has been holding you back. It's just starting to come in. The devil is there, though. So, something that's been very much a struggle to keep it where you want it over the last few years, probably, is going to go better for you. Definitely going to go better for a while. It's something where I'm looking at it in the sense of, you probably know that it's going to go better, but it might take a little bit. It might take some time before it really starts showing in your favor. And, excuse me. But it's going to seem to go there fairly soon is what I'm getting. I feel like I'm moving on from a rougher energy. This came in really quick. A change came in that I feel like I wasn't really guaranteed it was going to happen. But when it did, I felt very good about it. There's a lot of healing energy around this situation. There can be a lot of healing energy here where things can go very, 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 very good. Especially with your connection, because I feel like whatever you're connecting to here, you're having you have the potential, I should say, to have a very positive connection. Whatever else is going on here, other people are not happy. You may be happy, but other people are not happy. So it's kind of like being careful with it. Cancer is very conscious of that stuff typically, especially when it's people you care about. Being very conscious about how you say things, when you say things, what you bring forward, what you don't bring forward. I feel like this has potential to be a very good moment where other people, because I'm getting the Justice card reversed and the 8 of Swords kind of in question, which in question means like that. It's like, is it a release of a problem or is it creating a problem? They don't really know. This is something where I'm just careful how I talk about it and I let time tell the story. Maybe this is going to be one of those things where you're not putting yourself in the spotlight, even though you're enjoying what's going on or things are going better for you at the very least. I feel like you might be careful about celebrating it too much around certain people. Not that you can't, but Cancer seems to be very conscious about how the people around them are reacting, especially if you care about the people you're dealing with, of course. The Lover's card's coming in for you, too. It seems to be a really good energy here for a while. Things are staying where you want them to. Cancer doesn't really care for change. I know that, but whatever this is, it's going in your favor. Ultimately, though, the question is, what is changing? I get that whatever's coming forward, there's there is some good things. There are some good things that are happening from this situation. Excuse me. But I'm trying to be careful about it. You got this. You got the Lover's card here, and I get that it's good, but I feel like it's more likely that I'm going to keep it to myself, and I'm just going to enjoy whatever's good. This might be more of a private celebration for you, or at the very least, a very, selective celebration. There's only certain people I'm going to, connect with this or talk about this with or celebrate this with that I feel like are similar to me or feel like this is going in the right direction. I'm just going to keep it kind of quiet, and I'm just going to enjoy what I get from it. I'm not saying you have to do that, but I'm noticing that it seems to be going more and more to your benefit. Other people feel like this is very stressful for them, and they're very bogged down by, it might be information. Can we get like a... There seems to be some turmoil with this. They are overcoming it. It's slow and steady. They do seem to be safe, but people are really nervous, and I get like there's this very aggressive energy around this. You don't have to be... I feel, again, I'm getting the aggressive energy, but I'm also getting the devil around you. It doesn't have to be something you have to deal with. It's not going to make anything better if you go towards it. I feel like I'm just kind of letting the devil be, and I'm just keeping an eye on it, kind of like it's there. I don't feel like I can stop the devil from hanging out, but I don't think I need to deal with it unless it's actually causing damage to something that I care about. Trying to be careful with it. I keep getting this for you too, and I feel like I've already talked to it. Very careful with how you talk about the subject, who you're talking to, when you're mentioning things. Very positive energy for you in that sense. The situation has time, and there are things that are not stable here. Whatever the situation is, it's going to be very random at certain times, and they're saying if you see it, then you acknowledge it for what it actually is, it doesn't have to cause you problems. Because there seems to be whatever's coming forward, if you just kind of go forward feeling like it's all good, I don't have to worry anymore, I feel like you might have problems. Ironically, this is saying that this might not benefit you. Feeling like everything is where it should be, no more worries, everything's good, this may not work for you. What they're saying to try to do, that might be more to your advantage, is to see the situation for the upset and the randomness of it, keep an eye on it, but maybe keep it more to yourself, and make sure that you're putting yourself in a position, even though the majority of the situation is going the way you want it to, there's going to be some things here that you're not a fan of, and if you see it, you can kind of navigate around it so it's not a problem. It's kind of like more of that keeping an eye on the devil energy, keeping an eye on it, because there could literally be some legal aspects to this. Take that with a grain of salt. There might be long-term legal ramifications from this situation. Take it with a grain of salt. Readings are for entertainment purposes only. But if you keep an eye on it, I don't think it's going to be a problem for you. But if you don't keep an eye on it, somebody might sneak away with something that you don't want them to sneak away with. That's kind of what I'm getting. You just got to keep your eye on that devil. Make sure you know what the devil's going. Don't trust that the devil's just not going to bother you. It's not likely that the devil will come directly at you, but if they see an opportunity, if this devil sees an opportunity where, oh, Cancer doesn't even pay attention to me, I think I can get something, they just might do that. What is this? There is a random energy here. They're like, it is good for you. Definitely, but you got to keep an eye on it to make it go the best it can for you. Knight of Fire reversed and the Empress. There's going to be... The Knight of Fire reversed is backing up this. At some point, there's going to be a stalemate and things are going to get stuck. Pay attention to what's said during that time. Because that might... There's going to be a point where things get stuck. There's going to be a stalemate. Pay attention at that time because you can angle yourself to get what you need out of the situation. This is kind of like adding into that situation where you got to keep your eye on the devil, see where the devil's going. That way you don't end up with loss from this situation because there is a devil energy here. It's not causing you an issue. You seem to know it's there. It will cause you an issue if you don't keep an eye on it. There might be something legal standing, again, with the Ace of Swords. It could be. Because once it comes to a halt, once it gets stuck, that might be the end of it. It may not move again. Be aware of that. So this is interesting how this went. I'm kind of getting, currently the energy is going in your favor. It seems like it's been a while since it really has. But I feel like what they're saying is, if you keep your eye on it, you can put things where you want, so that when, by the time it gets to this part where it gets stuck again, you're already where you want to be. And Cancer typically isn't a fan of change anyway. So if it kind of advanced in a way that you like it, and then it gets stuck somewhere that you want it to be, that's good. But they're also saying if you just kind of like go with the flow and just enjoy it in the moment, it may not happen that way. You may get something random that you really don't care for, or it's kind of like you look at it and be like, oh, that could have been better. That type of thing. It doesn't have to be that way. Just keep your eye on it. It doesn't have to be a major stress. Just keep your eye on it and you'll see it. And then you can angle yourself where you need to be. So that way when it does get stuck, and it will get stuck again, it seems like it's returning to this energy. It's going to get stuck again, and it will go back to where it just completely released from this, but it's going to go back to this is what I'm getting. It'll get stuck again, but at least when it gets stuck again, if it's stuck where you want it to be, it doesn't have to be an issue. We're going to shut it down here? Okay, good. I'm going to shut this down here. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email. jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.